All right, welcome to my Facebook. We are live here on Facebook. If you guys was on my Instagram, I was just live on there not too long ago, but now we are here on Facebook to go live. I know it's been a minute since I've been live, but I figured I would give you guys an update on what's going on with me in my life, and I welcome everybody here today. I hope everybody's having a blessed, amazing day. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on in my life. So as you guys either watch this now, or if you guys are like, watching this later, because I will have this on my Facebook for the next 30 days. So that way you guys get updates and stuff of what's going on with me. Let's see. I don't know if, let me see. Yep, okay. So I do have a viewer, so thank you for being here today. Let's see. Does it show me who the viewer is? I'm not sure. But let me know in the comments section who you are that's live right now, and that way I know who's here today. So I welcome you again to my live. I'm just giving you guys an update on what's going on with me. And there's quite a few things that's been going on. And a lot of it's been benefits, a lot of it's been challenges, but at the end of the day, I have stayed consistent with the things I've been doing, and it's been a journey that has not ended. If you guys go to my YouTube channel, I've done several different types of activities, which involves playing VR games or shooting pool or giving you guys updates on what's going on in the celebrity world. Like I've done articles about some of the recent celebrities who passed away, or I would talk about like some kind of cybersecurity related news because I do study cybersecurity currently, and I give people updates on stuff like that. I do a lot of live videos. A lot of them I've been on TikTok because it's a little bit easier for me to get viewers. But I will go on Facebook and Instagram. I was thinking probably once a week, maybe even twice a week, depending on what the situation is. So like today is more of a laid back day for me because it's a Sunday and this is God's day. So with God's Day, I figured I'd do the honors to go live and show you guys what I've been doing lately. So some of the things that I want to show you guys, I do have links on this live. I don't know where you guys can see those links right now, but I'm sure wherever those links are, you can find them. But there's one of them that I'm not able to share because it's considered a spam link, so I'm not even going to share that link. But the other links in the description are the things that we're going to be talking about here in this live video. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start with this right here because this is going to be the purpose of me being in this live video. So as you guys can see, this is a trading account that I've used for quite a while. Now you cannot sign up with this unless you have a referral code, which I have. So if you are into trading and you are interested in coding and trading with me, I do use my coding experience with trading, and that's how I determine some of my trades, which I already have the indicators set up on my account. So I go based on the indicators and the past hour of history when I do the trading. But if you guys want to get into the trading and receive a $150 bonus on your first deposit, let me know by sending me a direct message or commenting in this video. I will send you the referral link, and you guys will be able to get registered with my referral code. But anyway, this is a type of platform that will allow you to trade with real money or a simulator. And for the purpose of this video, we're just going to use the simulator for now because they have benefited every recent user with 10,000 in a simulated account. And right now I'm at 13,051. So as you guys can tell, I've been making some really good progress with creating possibilities of having a career in trading. So yeah, it's a simulator, but at the end of the day, you still get the experience of actual trades. And there's several ways to trade. It's all crypto trading, but you can trade Bitcoin, you could trade Ethereum, Solana, any of these that's right here on the market right now, you can trade with those, and you could change the rhythm of it if you want. So there's trends. You could check your transaction history over here, which I've done not too bad. I mean, I don't have no 90 plus success rate, but I have a type of rate that profits every single session. Like I would say my success rate is probably about 65-70%, but at the end of the day, that 65-70% is still in the profit because of how I manage the numbers. So let's go ahead and get into a quick session. And while we wait on these trades, I'll explain the other things that's going on in my life as well. So there's 3 ways that you could trade. You could trade with the 5-minute trade duration, 3 minutes, or 1 minute, which you can see over here on the right. So based on my indicator, let's see where we're at. Looks like based on this, it's going to go up, but it hasn't crossed yet. So let's see. I'm going to go back an hour, and let me see where the market's at. So we're about here. So yeah, it's looked like it's been going up, but at the same time, it's been a little bit down, a little bit too. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 50, and we're going to do sell, because I think my indicator is going to cross at some point when it comes to the current trade. So we're going to wait 5 minutes, and we will see if we profit from this. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a side split with these links like that, and then I'm going to show you guys. So while we wait for this trade to progress, I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing lately. And the first thing I want to show you guys is my coding portfolio. I have been using Free Code Camp for the past 3 years. And Free Code Camp is a coding platform that allows you to learn how to code for free at no cost. And what I love about this platform is they let you know what you've accomplished and what you need to work on. And I know from as long as using this coding platform for the last 3 years, I've slowly but surely figured out what my strengths and weaknesses are. So if I were to look through my portfolio, you can see that I have a description. I have my picture right here. I have my LinkedIn account right here. My GitHub, which you gotta have when you're writing code. You gotta have a GitHub account. I have my writing portfolio, which is this link, which is something else I've done on the side. I have written articles for clients. I'm currently doing an internship for 2 clients, one in the technical field and one in the sports field. So I've been doing a lot of articles weekly and a monthly basis, and then also my Twitter. So if you guys are connecting me with any of those, I really do appreciate you being there. But if you haven't, just make sure you go to my coding. I think I got the links in the description or somewhere in this live video. If you guys can see those links, just click those links and you can see my portfolios. But for the time being, I'm just going to show you my coding portfolio. These are some of the certificates that I've earned in the past year. Now, I'm only saying past year because the first 2 years I've been strictly studying code. And for the past year, I've been receiving certificates because of my progress. And so far, I've received a responsive web design, JavaScript algorithms and data structures, front-end development, data visualization, scientific computing with Python. So Python is a really good program language to study. I've learned that through data analysis and machine learning as well. And I've also did legacies of these 3. I am working on trying to get full stack development with legacy, but it's requiring me to learn also rational databases, information security, as well as the back end. But in my case, it's more of a challenge because there's a lot more coding involved, which I'm still learning. So right now, this is where I'm at when it comes to my coding portfolio. And what I love about Free Code Camp is if I were to show my portfolio and they want to see my projects, let's say if I'm applying for a job that involves data analysis. So they can see that I have a certificate right here for data analysis. So all they got to do is click on this, and they'll see the certificate right here. Quincy Larson is the executive director of the company, and this is the link right here to the portfolio. And what I love about this program is whatever certificate you earn, you have projects to back it up. Because when you're in the coding world, you gotta have projects that involves what you've learned so far. And as far as I'm concerned, I think I've learned a lot from creating these projects. So when you scroll down, you'll see 5 projects with 10 different links. 5 of the links, which would be these right here, which would give people the option to create their own version of the project. All they got to do is put their link right here once they follow these directions. And that's just for the first project. Every one of these has a project of their own, and it gives people, anybody can do this. And that's why if you are not in the coding field, I suggest you should do it, regardless if you're doing it for fun or if you're actually trying to grow or if you're just trying to land a job like I am. You want to have coding experience, regardless if you're in any of those three categories. But before we get into the projects, I see that we're looking at the trading right now, and it looks like it's down. It went up, but I chose sell, so that means that it's not in my favor right now. So like I said, I'm not perfect when it comes to trading, but I do believe that with what I've gotten so far, it's profited me 3,000 on the simulated account, as you guys can see up here. But again, if you guys want to be a part of this, you guys cannot sign up until you have a referral code. So if you guys want to sign up, let me know in the comments section or send me a DM and I'll send you my referral code. And you will get a $150 bonus on your deposits. And that's really good. It's worth it. Trust me. So I lost this trade. So we're going to go back to, let's put this on full screen real quick. So we're going to look at our history. Right now it's 225. So I'm going to go back to here. And I could tell from the past hour, it looks like it's gone up a little bit, and based on my indicators, it's going up. But at the same time, I'm still looking at this here. So the past hour, it has dropped a little bit, but then it's gone up by small margins. So we're just going to stick with our strategy, and we're going to sell. So yeah, it's going up right now, but I know based on this indicator, the indicator's saying it's going to go up, but I'm going to go against it because what goes up will always go down, and what always goes down goes up. That's how I see trading. I don't always follow recent indicators. So like, yeah, this might go up right now, but it ain't going to go up forever. It's going to eventually have to go down. So trust me, it's going to eventually have to go down based on my strategy. So we're going to go ahead, minimize this so you guys can see the progress of the trade, and we'll get back to where I'm at with the coding. So I showed you guys this calculator. So if people want to take a look at this visual project, they will click the view button for that project, and it'll take me to my GitHub account for that particular project. And it shows all the code as well as my README. I've learned a lot with coding. So this is basically the coding project for that particular project. If people want to look at my geographic data analyzer, they will click on this one, and there's the project for that on GitHub. If they want to see the data visualizer, all they got to do is click view, and there's that one. If you go to this project, of course, these are instructions for the project if you want to try it for yourself. But at the same time, if you want to see mine, you click view, and there's that one. Same thing with this one, the sea level predictor. That's this one, all that I have available. And this is the full code right here. So if I were to click right here for this code, this is the full code for that project. This project was actually one of my simpler projects. That's why there's not much code left. But anyway, so you guys can see that with Free Code Camp, when you have a certificate, you have 5 projects to back up that certification. And these certifications don't have an expiration date as far as I know. But it says right here that it took me 300 hours to do the work. I wouldn't say it took me 300 hours. I would say it took me maybe half of that time, a little over half that time, but it was still a lot of time to create these projects. I mark my words. So that's just for data analysis. But if you guys want to see like visual projects, then you have to look at these other certifications, and they probably have the visual coding projects there to where you actually see the project itself. But I'm going to show you guys where to go if you want to create the coding projects visually, which would be this one right here. And this is one of my projects that I created, but let's go to my profile. This is CodePen, and CodePen is where you get the visual parts of your codes. So GitHub is the written portion of your coding projects. CodePen is the visual part of your coding projects. And I've done quite a few visual products, as you guys can tell. These 6 right here that you see on my screen are the most recent ones I've done in the past week. And what makes these very unique is I'm doing something different for every single project. Regardless if I'm doing a visual geographical perspective, or if I'm adding audio to the project, or if I'm putting in specific details of a project. So like, let me give you guys a few examples. If you are a basketball player like I used to be, I have a shot tracker right here where with this code, you are allowed to monitor your shooting percentages. Just strictly shooting percentages. You could save the records, you could reload them back into this portfolio. But basically, if you are a trainer or a coach and you want to monitor certain percentages, this is why this is very unique. Not only it'll show how many you made in a row or what your current streak is right here, and then you see your percentages, total shots, and your made shots, but this graph indicates the time frame of when you're shooting high percentages or when you're shooting low percentages. Like, are you shooting high percentages when you're tired, or are you shooting high percentage when you're full of energy, or if it's like halfway into a workout, your percentages are high. So like, if I make a few shots, miss a few shots, it varies because of your shooting percentages. But the graph allows a player or a trainer to think, okay, so the time he should shoot would be like in the first quarter or the first half, or he's more efficient when he's tired, or if he's getting in tune to the game. Like, so maybe he should start shooting more in the third quarter or the second half, depending on what level that you're in. This could be for any level player, regardless if you're in elementary school, if you're in the NBA, I don't care. This is great for those who want to monitor their progress. So let me give you guys a few examples. So let's say, like, if I put in a bunch of random shots, but make sure we got 100 shots in. But before we do that, I see that the trade just ended, so we lost another trade, which is perfectly fine. We got enough on the balance to cover these losses. You'll see why here in a minute. So let's go ahead and work on our next trade, and then we'll go back to what I was talking about with that project. So it looks like, as I mentioned, as you guys can see, it was going down, but not enough for us to win the trade. So we could have won this if it kept going down, but unfortunately in our case it didn't. But we'll look at the numbers here real quick on that trade. See our open. So yeah, we were down. We lost pretty badly, but as you guys can tell, it's dropping. So that's the thing you got to keep an eye on. Not everything is going to go up when it comes to the trade market. You don't always have to rely on what they call how they call it, like streams of like the mountain part of a trade, like if it's going this way or if it's going that way. You don't have to rely on when it's going up or when it's going down. All you got to do is rely on the time frame that you're doing the trade. I don't care if it's 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. If you can focus on that 5-minute margin, you have a chance to make a trade be in your favor. That's how I see it. Of course, everybody's got ChatGPT, or if they got their own softwares that tells them when to trade or how much to trade, that's another thing. But see, I'm not using ChatGPT. I'm not using any softwares. I'm just going based on these indicators. That's how I'm doing it. So the current time right now is 2:32. So I'm going to go back an hour, and again, it's gone up big time, but I still believe it's going to drop. So we're going to go ahead and sell at 50, and hopefully it'll start dropping. Right now, as you see, it's dropping drastically right now. So if this was a minute one, I'd probably win this trade right now, but it's not a minute. We're doing 5 minutes. So back to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just press this button randomly, press both of these buttons randomly, and of course you could save and you could reload these in the future, but I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like after 100 shots. We'll just keep going, and I'm just clicking randomly until we see 100 shots here, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's 100 random. Let's say these are 100 random shots. Somebody wants to monitor 100 shots in a 100-shot workout. So what this does is every time you click a button, it tells you when you made or missed that shot. There's the date and the time. It'll tell you how many shots you took, the shots you made, your percentages, your current streak, which in my case was 0 because the last button was a miss. And as you guys can see, the last 2 shots were misses. And the highest streak was 6. So people want to see like how consistent you are with your jump shot, regardless if you're shooting in the paint. You're shooting. You can use this for free throws. I think this is excellent for free throw shooters too. But, this is for any shot in the game, regardless if it's a three-pointer, free throw, mid-range, don't matter. Off the dribble, off a screen, don't matter. But it gives you the shot history if you of when you made or hit that shot. So, like, this is great for, like, in the games, too. Like, if an actual game, if you just keep an eye on one player, you just keep an eye on his shots, and it automatically lets you know the percentages for that specific player. So you could set this up multiple times. And just put when you save the record, you put the player's name on it and put the date of the game or whatever else, and then they go back to it, go back to the software, and they can look at their history based on those numbers. So this is the history of the whole 100 shots here. So if I scroll down to the graph, which is right here, let me zoom it in so you guys get a better view. So if we zoom this in and we look at the shot chart, as you guys can see, as the first shot was 100%, of course, because it was a make. But then he started missing at around shots 8 through 15. Okay, so you guys may not be able to see it well. Let me zoom it in some more. Or let me just do this. Okay. So as you guys, again, I apologize if you guys couldn't see the graph. But again, this is the graph after the 100 shots that I mentioned. As you guys could tell, the first shot was a make, so it's, of course, 100%. But then by shot 4, his percentage was 75%. And then when he got to shot 14, it was 50%. And then here it was 53.6 at 28 shots. So, of course, I'm pressing the button randomly. But if a guy keeps missing or keeps making, then this line would go higher, it could go lower. But as you guys can tell, the percentages is on this side of the graph, and shot attempts is down here. So as you guys can tell, by shot 25, he was 52. That person was 52%. By shot 65, he was 51, or was it 65? He was what? 50.8%. So this is a good way to determine when he shoots proficiently. It could be early in the workout or early in the game. It could be at halftime or in the middle of a workout or near the end. So this would be a great way to determine when a player should shoot in the game. So I thought this was a very good project that I came up with, because you get the history of those shots, regardless if they're make or miss. Now, what kind of shots they are, I didn't set that up. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is just a shot tracker based on makes and misses, and it gives you the percentages along the way itself. Again, if I want to reset it, just click OK, and it resets, as you guys can see. All right, so this is just, like I said, this is just one of few projects that I have done recently. But before we get into more of the projects that I have, I see that our trade is almost over, and it looks like we're going to win, because there's 30 seconds left and we're in the green, as you guys can see right here. So we're making good progress. Again, if you guys are just now joining, I do appreciate everybody who's here. Make sure you guys read the comment section. I should have links here somewhere. Make sure you guys check out those links if you guys want to look at my projects or anything that we're talking about here. But again, I am not able to promote my trading account. So if you guys want to be a part of this, you'll need a referral code, which I could provide for you. And with my referral code, you'll get a 150% bonus on your deposits if you guys do put your own money into this. So anyway, so as you see, we won this trade, and we did 3 trades in our session here today. So in my case, we're going to boost up our trading amount. So we did 3 of these. So let me see, how much would I do? Let me think for a second. So for this trade, we're going to do 125 for the invest. Now let's zoom this out. We're going to go back to the past hour. So as I mentioned before, you don't want to rely on a trade that goes up too high, because at the end of the day, it's not going to stay high forever. The way the market is these days, these markets fluctuate like crazy. You don't want to focus on high trends or low trends. You want to focus on time. You want to focus on the time frame. That's the primary part of this. If you can make a few bucks with 1-minute trades, 3-minute trades, 5-minute trades versus 1-day trades, 3-day trades, 5-day trades, then trust me, you would want to do this more than doing long-term trades. These are all just short-term trades. It's better to do that than long-term trades, because you never know when the market's going to go up or when it's going to go down. See, long-term traders, they want to see trends. But with short-term trades, they're going by the current numbers, and that's why I like to do short trades. So our current time is 2:39. So we're gonna go back an hour, which is about here. So I can tell by looking at the indicator, it went down in the beginning, and then it went up at the end. But I'm thinking for the sake of this trade, I'm thinking that with this indicator, they're gonna cross here. So I'm thinking that they're gonna drop the next 5 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and sell, and we will see what happens. So while that trade is going, I'm going to show you guys my other projects that I've been doing. Okay, made a mistake. There we go. All right, so again, that's my shot chart that I created, of course. So let me make sure that works. I think I clicked something or whatever. Let me make sure it still works. Excuse me. I think I clicked something on accident. Nope, we're good. All right, never mind. Okay, so not only I've created, like, some of these projects I'm creating so I could land a front-end development job, of course, because I am looking into switching careers. I've been doing a lot of writing lately, and I've been doing other jobs that involves talking to customers. Excuse me. Or doing indicators for or inventory for other clients and stuff. But I've decided to switch over to coding because it's something I've been wanting to do since I was a kid. But since I was so in tune with basketball over the years, I'm not able to play basketball anymore. So I figured, why not just do something different? And I figured I would do pool, VR, gameplay, and coding. So I haven't discussed any coding on my YouTube, so you guys are getting a unique opportunity of being on my Facebook here for the first time, and you guys get to see what I've been doing on a daily basis. So let me go and show you guys some a game that I created. Now, I've created several games. I created a rock paper scissors game. I've created a Tic Tac Toe. I got a ping pong game. I got a memory game. I've got a dungeon game, which is kind of like a top view type of game where you just defeat all the enemies before you go after the boss, but you have to survive. But the game I wanted to show you guys is my pool practice simulator. And I wanted to show you guys this because I put in a lot of work. I didn't do this for anybody. I did this for myself because I love shooting pool. So I figured, since I've been playing pool so much from a physical standpoint, I figured, why not create one? Create a coding project off of pool. So the way this practice simulator is set up is there's 6 object balls on the table. You get 1 point for scoring the object ball, and you lose a point if the cue ball goes into one of the pockets. And I have it set up to where it counts the number of shots it took for you to score all 6 object balls. So all you have to do is just hold your mouse on the cue ball, and you'll see this yellow line. This yellow line determines the trajectory of where you want to hit the cue ball, since you don't see the pool stick. So once you determine where you want to line up the ball, you just let go of the mouse, and the ball goes. So there's the break. So we're going to try to see how many shots it takes for us to score all 6 as soon as this cooperates. Sometimes I gotta adjust this my screen to make sure it works. All right, so we'll go ahead and get after the yellow ball. We missed. So see, while I'm writing code, I'm letting trades work for me. So that's the beauty of doing trade. Like, you could do other stuff while trading. That's so unique about trading. All right, so you guys seen I did a double bank shot for the yellow ball, and it went in. I got 1 point in 3 shots. Let's try the purple ball next. Okay, so that one didn't cut real good for me. All right, let's try this one. And for the record, I only have this product set up with a laptop or desktop. It's not available with mobile. Again, these are just coding projects on CodePen that allows me to give you guys the physical part of the project. There's a combo shot, and the green ball went in. Let's go for the blue ball next. Oh, that was a terrible cut. I made this challenging, so the trajectories were not going to be perfect, but as long as you provide some kind of progress, then it'll work out in your favor. So let's see. Let's go about there. There's that one. So now we got 3 points on 9 shots. All right. So it looks like the trade is about to end. It looks like we're going to lose another trade, so that's no problem. All right, so let's pause this for a second, and let's go back to the trading. So we lost 125, so we're going to stay at the 125 because, our balance is high enough. So right now it is 244. So based on this, it's going up. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of the trend for the time being. And we'll go ahead and await. And just for the record, I'm going to let this live keep going until you guys see me profit the trades. Or if I lose it all, then so be it. But I'm not going to lose it all, believe me. All right, so back to our pool game. Let's see if we can score this off the rail. Oh, I hit it too hard. Okay. I do have the shot power right here, but it's not perfected yet, so I still gotta work on a few things with that. And again, I made this very challenging to where you're not going to make every shot unless you really, really know how this works. Okay, so I scored one, but then the cue ball went in. So if the cue ball goes in, it repositions where it started, but you lose a point, as you can see right here, because there was, with 6 object balls, it's 6 total points. So I'm going to end up having 5 points in the end unless I scratch again. So let's see if I can avoid any more scratches. Hopefully I can get this within 20 shots, but let's see if we can do it. All right. I don't want to cut this way because the cue ball will probably scratch, so we'll go over here. All right. And then now I got a better position for the yellow ball, so let's see if I can do it. Ooh, it cut too wide. Okay. Hopefully with this might be okay. There we go. And I scratched again. Okay, so since I scratched that last shot, so I end up with 4 points on 19 shots. So this is my Pocket Billiards Practice Simulator. If you guys want to check out this, I think I put my coding project or my coding profile link in the description or somewhere in this live video. So hopefully you guys can see that. But if not, that's okay. Just let me know in the comment section if you guys want to try out this game or any other game that's in my profile. What I'll do is I will send you my profile and you guys can check out all my coding projects there. Okay, so, or if you guys want a specific game, just look through my portfolio. I got several games. Like I said, I got this game. I got a dungeon game. I've got rock paper scissors. I got tic tac toe. I got a ping pong game. I got a memory game. I got a racing game that me and my nephew came up with. My nephew came up with the title and the idea, and I just did the coding part. But what I love about it is I added some interesting audio to it, so I want to show you guys that real quick. So here is the game. I don't have multiplayer available right now because I'm still working on that. But for the time being, I got the background and the sound effects on. So this is not a typical regular racing game. This is like a collision game where you try to stay on course for as long as you can, and the points are based on how many meters you went but without crashing. And right now I think my highest score is like 1800. So just for you guys, I'm going to show you guys a sample. So you see I got the music in the background. The red car is mine, and I was trying to avoid getting hit. And as you guys can see, I got wrecked. Now, I did have nitro on here. The nitro is not set up properly. The nitro is kind of like, it can help you determine if you should go down that route or not. I got the music playing in the background. Oh, dude, I had no chance. You see this gap? I had no chance, so that was a crash. So I had 976 points there. As you see, there's the high score, which is 1833. We got another minute on the trade, so let's go ahead and do this again. Okay, again, we restart. Again, if you guys want to try out these games, just let me know in the comment section or send me a DM. And don't worry about the music, it's going to restart. Yeah, I have it set to where the music automatically restarts when it ends. Okay, so that was 1,300. We got time for one more before the trade ends. Like I said, those little water bottles are supposed to be nitros, but you can still keep going with this game. If you hit the nitros, that's okay, but if you hit a car, the game is over. Very simple game. You just gotta avoid the, you use the arrow buttons on your keyboard to move your car. I was thinking about changing the features on the cars, but as of right now, I'm just using basic pictures of vehicles. Of course, they don't look like Hot Wheels. Like I said, Hot Wheels was just the title that my nephew came up with. And as you guys can see, I got a new record, so you guys got to see a new record on this game. I got 2,838 points, which is my new record, which is right up here. Okay, so that's what's up. So as you guys can see, I won a trade. So now what I'm going to do is increase my trade amount. Let's see, we got 2. So let's see, what's 60? So we're going to go ahead and do 245 for this trade. But let's go back an hour. So it's 250 right now. So the hour is about here. Of course, the market's going up and up, but I see it's dropping. So based on this indicator, I think it's going to start dropping because of the trend. This was the top dollar it's been since we've been on here. So I think it's not going to go any higher. I don't think it will. So I'm going to go ahead and sell. And we'll see if we win 2 in a row. Now, if we win 2 in a row, then we'll see where we're currently at. And if we're in the plus, then we'll end the live video. But if not, we'll just keep going. Because I just want to show you guys one sessions where I'm in the plus. That's all I'm really doing right now. So you guys could do this all day and all night because the crypto trading market it's constantly on the move. It's not like the stock market or penny stocks to where they only open during the weekdays, but no, this type of trade is available on the weekend as well, but you could do this anytime you want as long as you have a trading account, which that's the beauty of this account. Even if you don't want to put your own money in, just use the simulator, and the simulator will still give you similar results as if you were using real money. And for the record, I'm not the only person that's on here. There is a group that gives us the trades if we wanted to use their trades. Just make sure that your amounts is not ridiculous amounts, because their trades are not perfect either. Matter of fact, I think their margins, they're definitely higher than mine. Like mine's about 65 to 70% for win-loss trading ratios, but there are more experienced traders than me that have like 80, 85, even 90%. So I do good on those groups, and I look at those trades as well. So I don't just rely on my own trades. But for the purpose of our live today, we are just focusing strictly on my own strategy. We're not using anybody else's. And so far, the market's gone down, and we got 3.5 minutes. So we'll see what happens in 3.5 minutes. So this is my racing game again, like I mentioned before. This is something else I came up with. I thought it was very exciting. I'm glad that my nephew came up with this idea. And like I said, he came up with the idea. I just did the coding. And so he came up with the name, which was, he loves Hot Wheels. So I'm like, you know what? Let's put Hot Wheels in it. And I put in a unique title background and stuff like that, and then just creating the game. That's what it looks like. So I'll show you guys another game that I created in the past. Let me see. Ping pong. If you guys know what ping pong is, it's just a regular ping pong game. I just used a different graphics. I use my own graphics and stuff. I have a memory game right here. Now, Game of Life, this was an actual assignment that I had to do on my coding classes, so I'm not really familiar with this game, but it's a game. But I created it, and it works perfectly fine. So if you guys are familiar with Game of Life, then you let me know in the comments section. But the games I wouldn't mind showing you, this is what I did. I created a cash register for a assignment. Phone validator. I've done a lot of different ones, like a local weather service, which I have to tweak that one a little bit. I built. You can get random passwords right here if you want. If you can't think of a password, then that's what this is for. Roman numeral converter. I created that. I created a pet adoption page for another assignment. Here's my rock paper scissors game right here. But here's tic tac toe. So what makes tic tac toe unique for me is I added a little bit of funness to this. So if I were to play against computer, I would be X, of course. So I would type in my name, and the guy can see my name is right here and here and here. So next player would be me. Let's just put it on easy for now because I want to show you guys what happens. I have it set up for player versus player as well, so no biggie. But for, let's say if you beat computer, watch this. Yes, I put in Fred Flintstone's Yabba Dabba Doo sound if you beat the computer, which I thought was very cute because I didn't want to make the game be boring and I wanted to create the audio for it, so I tried that and it paid off. On the opposite side, if you lose to computer, watch this. We're gonna reset the game. Of course, I'm gonna go first. Now watch what happens when you lose.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yes, I used the scene from Willy Wonka when he told the guy that he got nothing because he thought that the guy thought he was being scammed by Willy, but he made his point. He said, so you get nothing, you lose, good day, sir. So I added that if the computer beats you. So I thought that was very, very interesting. And I added another audio if there is a tie. So you guys want to hear that tie? The audio when you have a tie? Then check this out. Oh, cool, we won our trade. So we won 2 trades in a row, but we'll get to that in a second. I want to show you guys this again. So hold on a second. Let me get this to a tie. All right. So here's what happens when you tie with the computer. I use the sound effect that Price is Right uses when a contestant loses. So when you hear that, that means the game is a tie, and it lets you know right here that it's a draw. And I have one more audio, but that is for player versus player, basically. So, yes, I did use 3 different audios against the computer. But if it's player versus player, here's what's unique about this. Let's say if I put Tasha here and I put Nicole for here. So that means Nicole would be circle, Tasha would be X. And so if I reset, it'll say next player is Tasha. So let's just say Tasha wins. So the music plays. And it says down here, Tasha wins. So that's what happens. Tasha wins. But then if I reset, Tasha's going to go again because she won. So I have the coding set up to where winners goes first on every single one. So if you win, you go first. So let's say Nicole wins. Since Nicole won, she goes first on the next one. So that's how I have the coding set up for both player versus player and computer versus computer. But basically, this is my version of Tic Tac Toe. If you guys want to play this with your friends and family, let me know in the comments section. So this is one of few games that I created myself. A lot of games are very well familiar with, like that one, ping pong, and the memory game. I have the memory game set up on here. And I've done other codes for the opportunity so I can land jobs. So I wanted to show you guys that. Now we are finished with the coding because I could not coding, but we are finished with trading for the session because we did 2 trades in a row. So I want to show you guys how much we would profit because we started right here with the 50, right? So if we open up the calculator, so we lost 50. And then we look at the next one, which is this one. So we lost another 50, so minus 50. Then we won this trade, which we profited 45. Now, just for the record, when you're trading on this particular platform, you get 90% because the other 10% goes to the stockbrokers. So stockbrokers get 10% of all trades, regardless if it's a winner or a loss, but you get the other 90%. So that's how this platform works. You have to pay 10% on all trades, which is automatically set up for you on here. You don't have to do it manually. They do it for you. So since I won $50 on this trade, 90% of that is 45. So we're going to add 45 for this trade. And then we lost the 125 on this trade. So we're going to subtract 125. And then we won this trade. So if we were to subtract 125 to this, we really don't have to do any math. All we have to do is subtract 125 again, and then we add what we got back in return, which is 237.5. So 237.5. And then our last trade, which is this one. So with this trade, we got almost all of our money back on the trade that we lost. And like this one, if we were to look at these two, we would only be down $5. And this one would be down a little bit. But because of us boosting our trade based on these numbers, then we would take these numbers. So we would subtract 245, and then we add what we got in return, which is 465.5. So 465.5. So when it comes to our profit, loss, or win ratio, for our session live on Facebook, we are ahead 153. Now, if this was real money, that would be $153 that I could either leave in the trading account or I could withdraw into my bank account. So again, if this is my way of trading by doing short-term trades, and yeah, I'm only doing $50 a trade because of how much is on the simulated balance, which is over 10,000. Well, it started with 100, but then the company gave everybody a benefit of the doubt and just boosted it up to 10,000. So you don't have to use your own money. If you just want to use a simulator and practice your trading and build a trading portfolio with that, that's fine. But my goal is to either work with somebody who provides the funds for me and I use this as a backup, or I use my own money. But again, if you guys want to make money doing short-term trades on the crypto market, again, this is a great platform to do that because you could trade Bitcoin, you could trade Ethereum, you could trade Osana, whatever is available as of right now. Those three I know for sure because I've traded on all three of those platforms, those three cryptos. But if you guys want to get into this, this is what you got to do. Let me know either in the comments section or you send me a DM on Facebook and let me know that you're interested in trading. What I will do is I will send you my referral code and of course the link to the trading platform. You cannot sign up to this platform without the referral code. So when I give you that referral code, you'll be able to receive a bonus on your first deposit, which is 150%. That's right. So if you invest $100 into this platform, you will see a balance of $250. So you would have $250 worth of trading money if you do that. And if you guys want to follow my trading strategies, or if you want to follow those that I follow online, then we'll build a community together. If you guys can refer people as well, you do get commissions for those that you refer. So every time you trade and withdraw, I make money too. So we're all making money together. So if you guys are interested in trying this, let me know either in the comment section of this video or send me a direct DM and we'll talk some more about it. So enough talk with crypto trading. We'll go ahead and get off that. We're going to get back to the updates on my life that I have not discussed. So again, I've been doing crypto trading and I've been writing code and I've been doing writing related assignments for different clients for internships that I'm currently doing as we speak. But the icing on the cake, this is something I want to show you guys because I have been working on this for the past month and I am looking to sell everything that I have created on the platform. So if we go over to Amazon, which I already have set up, make sure that the category is all and you type in my name, which of course is Jordan Liturgis. I have created books on Amazon that I am currently selling. That's right. I am using Amazon to sell my books. And when it comes to my books, I have what started out was I created a short story of my own, and I turned it into a book, and I decided to put it on Amazon. I'll show you that book here in a second, but as of right now, I am focusing mostly on creating journals, planners, coloring books, and every once in a while, motivational quotes, prayer books, and poetry books. But I'm going to show you guys what I have available right now, and you guys can see how much they are right now as we speak. So, for example, the first thing you see is my pool book. So if you are a pool player like myself, I have a book that focuses on 80 motivational quotes for pool players of all levels to help you get better with your game, to help you aim better, and to be mentally prepared for the game. So I have a motivational book for those who shoot pool. Here's a journal example for those who have goals, that have dreams, that have, that wants to reflect on what they did on their daily lifestyle. I have a journal for you guys on that. Here's my poetry book that I discussed, that I mentioned before. This poetry book has 100 different poetries in it that I personally wrote myself. Basically, the story on that is I took all the poetry that I've wrote in the past 3 years. I took 100 of my best poetries, and I just created a book out of them. So I have that available on Kindle for free if you have the membership, but if you want to use Kindle, it's $10. But if you want a hard copy or a paper copy, it's $26 and $45 right now as we speak. So I hope that the prices don't scare you, but the way that Amazon is set up, if you're selling any books on Amazon, you only get 60 to 70% minus printing cost. Because of what the beauty of Amazon is, you can have the PDF of all your books, but they will do all the manufacturing, the shipping, and all that. All you got to do is just set it up on Amazon for customers to look at. You could decide the prices, but you only get 60 to 70% of whatever you're charging minus the printing costs. So that's why the prices on these might be a little high, because I want to make sure that my 60 or 70% that I'll get on every sale is reasonable amounts. And I'm not talking pennies. We're talking dollar bills, y'all. Okay? So, again, I have a poetry book right here. It's available on Amazon. I have a motivational quote book for everybody that likes to go to a casino. This basically gets your mind right before you walk into a casino. This is one of the first, these two right here are the first two journals I ever created. Very simple. This one has my mission statement when it comes to my side hustles, strive for greatness. I made it plain and simple. This is when I was first getting into the swing of getting the feel of Amazon and creating the PDF files. If you want to learn how to create a book, I'd be more than happy to teach you at no cost. Just let me know in the comment section or send me a DM. I will teach you how to create books at no cost. You have my word. We just have to make arrangements, do a video chat, and you guys just see my screen, and we do the work together. But anyway, so these are the journals that I created. Again, don't let the prices scare you. Like I said, these come with printing costs included, and I get 60 to 70% minus the printing costs, regardless of how much I charge these books. So I make sure I want to get a fair share on every sale. That's why these costs are pretty high. Don't worry about the shoes. Those shoes are not mine. They're sponsored anyway. So here's a couple more. These are planners. This planner focuses on self-care, and this one is a financial planner. This one helps you monitor your finances and making sure that you can determine how much you're saving or how much you're spending. That's what this book is for. If you're looking for self-care, then this planner is for you too. I have another journal right here. This one focuses on your dreams and nightmares. Like if you want to write down what your dreams and nightmares were about, then you could use this journal right here. It's available paperback for $18, and it's $37 for the hard copy. Now this one right here, the Velvet Shadow Beneath the Sycamore, this is my short story that I came up. This is the first book that I published on Amazon. It's only $10 for the paperback because it's a very, very short story. We're talking maybe 35 pages. Very short story, but I think it's a very unique story. I am planning on making more short stories, but this is my first ever short story right here. So if you want to check this out, it's available on Amazon for $10. That's all it is. This one is a sponsor, so that's not mine. This one's about productivity. This is a planner for a whole year's worth. So this has 365 pages of anything that happened for that particular moment. So you could use this for productivity purposes. You could use this to plan your day, achieve your goals, and live a better life. I think this is a really good journal for those who wants to keep track of their daily progress. Now here I have another planner that's from a financial perspective. Of course, this one that I mentioned before, this is like for, independent contractors or just for family-oriented purposes. But this one is for businesses. I have this one strictly for those who want to run a business, who have a business, or does high side hustles like myself. Then this one's for you. You can keep track of your prices and planner. This planner is a little bit more than the other books, but hey, this planner is good for those who want to monitor their financial numbers on paper. That's all it really is. This one is for those who have disabilities, or if they are having mental issues, they have anxiety, depression, any of that type of stuff. I have 100 quotes for you guys that involves mental awareness and getting your mind right no matter what the circumstances is. So this one, hopefully the quotes that I created on this book would help you guys get your mind right when it comes to the future. So here is a coloring book that I created. This is available for all ages, no matter if you're a child, if you're a teenager, college student, or if you're a grown man or a woman. I have a coloring book available. This is more focused on nature and adventure, but I think I have over 60 pages of coloring pages right here just for you guys. I just have the hardcover available, but the paper copy, it will be available here soon. Here is another journal that I came up with. This is more of just the daily chronicle, just another journal that I came up with basically. Here is 100 pages for tracking your fitness journey. This one you can record your progress, set goals, and crush your workouts, either regardless if they're at the gym or if you work out at home. Then you can use this planner to monitor your progress if you're trying to lose weight or build muscle tone. You can track your progress on paper with this journal, which is currently available on all these that you see on here is available on Amazon right now as we speak. So we'll go to the second page. I have another coloring book right here, and this one is strictly focused on those who love the beach. So if you're a type of person that loves to go to the beach, here's a coloring book that you guys I think should check out. I only have the hardcover available right now, but the paperback will be available soon. I'm just waiting for Amazon to approve it. So this one is for all those who love to go to the beach. Here's another planner. This one is a little bit different than the other one because I put multiple workouts that I just, wrote and just, made images of them. And I put down the planners on here as well. So if you are going to a gym and you don't know what type of workout you need and you need a planner to monitor your progress, then this planner is for you. Because this one will have the workouts that you could do at home. And you don't have to have a dumbbell, you don't have any worker equipment with this, but this one you could do anytime, anywhere, regardless if it's at home, a gym, or even at work. This is a good option to monitor your progress when it comes to workouts. Next book I have for sports lovers, basketball, soccer, baseball, football, don't matter. I got 100 motivational sports quotes that will fuel the fire. If you are an athlete, this is for you, because I know these type of quotes will help you be mentally prepared for your game, regardless of what level you're in. I don't care if you're in elementary school, if you're a varsity player, if you're a D1 prospect, or if you're an NBA superstar. I think this is a great book for you guys to mentally prepare for your game. All right, so I have another one for Christians. This one is 100 Powerful Prayers for Personal Growth and Blessings, Divine Transformation. What this book basically is if you believe in God and you trust in God with all your heart, your soul, and strength, just like the Scripture says, and you trust and you believe that the God's Son Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, this book is for you, because I came up with prayers and it's 100 different prayers that I came up with, and I put it all in a book. So if you guys are looking to boost up your spirituality, this is a book for you, because I know these prayers, they've helped me out when it comes to what I want to do with my life, and I'm letting God be in full control because of these prayers. So if you're looking for some unique prayers in your Christianity and your spirit, this book is for you. Now I'm going to mention this book only because this book is a client that I was working with. I did an auto book for this client. Right now it's completely free. Because I told the client that if they wanted to, they can offer it for free. Just offer the discount. Don't put it like free. Just put the original price on it, which was $4, but then mark it as free with the discount. So if they have the discount code, they can get it for free. But I did the auto book for this client, and this one was just for black women to build on a new age spirituality. So this was a very unique book. So when I did the auto book of this, I thought it was very interesting. So every time I get commissions on this book because I did the auto portion. But other than that, that's about it. That's all I have available on Amazon right now as we speak. So I got quite a few books on the market that I mentioned every single one of them to the best of my ability. And I also mentioned that I have other books on standby that will be pending here pretty soon. So make sure you guys are on Amazon on a daily basis because I will have new books coming up and different what they call them, different types of books, like if they're hardcovers, paperbacks. I have plenty of them that's still under review right now, and I got plenty of books that'll eventually be on Amazon. So again, if you want to check out any of my books, all you have to do is go on your Amazon account, make sure you have all for the category, and just type in my name, which is Jordan Liturgis, of course. Same name, my name since birth. Just type in my name, and you'll see every book that I personally done, regardless if I created a book or I created an auto book for a client, it's on here. So that is the second to last thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to my daily lifestyle. And this is the type of stuff I've been doing on a regular basis, despite working my current job, which would be right here in my office. Everything I'm doing is right here in my office. Almost everything. And the reason why I'm saying almost everything is it's going to lead to my last point. If you guys go to my YouTube channel, which I will go ahead and go on right now. If you guys don't know my YouTube channel, it's the Ballin Jmoney. I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is my YouTube channel. Now, the reason why I'm making a big deal about my YouTube channel right now is because it's going to connect with my TikTok account too, and I'm going to explain that here in a second. For the past, year or so, I have made two investments. I invested in a MetaQuest 2 for VR gameplay, and I invested in a pool table. Now, I have done a bunch of footage. I got over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel as we speak. And I have done a combination of basically doing VR gameplay as well as pool videos. And the reason why I've done this is because I like to see myself either encouraging other people to do the same thing I'm doing or doing better than what I'm doing, or just for entertainment purposes. I wouldn't mind, some gameplay every once in a while. How does YouTube connect to TikTok? Well, if you guys go to my TikTok, which I will go ahead and open up here, which in my case, I have to go here. So this is my TikTok account. I have been going live on my TikTok on both on VR gameplay and pool. So if you guys go to my TikTok, make sure you guys follow if you haven't, and make sure you guys get turn your notifications on, because I do try to go live almost every day whenever I'm not here at the desk, and I'll either do VR gameplay or I'll shoot pool. I have a dartboard in the background in some of my videos, but I will shoot pool every once in a while. And I will also shoot darts every once in a while. But most of the time, I am working on trying to do VR gameplay as well. So I want to let you guys know, if you guys want to follow my journey of shooting pool, or if you guys want to see me play on the VR, then make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is the Ballin Jmoney, and then my TikTok, which is at the real Ballin Jmoney 45. Which again, some of the links should be in the description or somewhere in this live video. But if you guys will see any links, just let me know in the comment section. I'll do what I can to make sure you guys get these links. But I do other things on my YouTube account too. I put in some news like cybersecurity. I put in prayer videos. I will poetry videos. I create those. I create a lot of different videos. I do all this by myself. I have nobody else doing it with me or for me. I do it all by myself. So, but the more videos and more content create, the more I learn. And you can tell by just looking at my recent videos versus videos from a year ago, I have made progress. And yeah, my views are very low, but at the end of the day, I got 1,500 subscribers here, and I just recently hit over 1,000 followers on my TikTok because of promotions that I offer and the content that I create. So make sure you guys go to my TikTok and YouTube if you guys want to see pool related videos, VR related videos. I do go live as much as I can. I am learning to go live on my computer now, so I can do this on YouTube. I could do this on TikTok with my phone, but then on Instagram and Facebook, I could do all that here on my laptop. So I wanted to give you guys that final update. So that's what's been going on with my life: writing code, creating books, writing articles for clients, and then working from home in my office here, shooting pool, and playing VR gameplay on MetaQuest 2. I've been doing a lot of those and creating content on social media. So again, if you guys are interested in also trading with crypto, but if you guys are interested in anything that I talked about, of course, again, this video will be on my Facebook account for the next 30 days. So you guys can take your time until this video shuts down. I'll never play this video again once it shuts down, unless I do another live video, which I'll probably do once a week, either on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. I'll probably do that once a week. But TikTok, I'll probably do that, if not every day, every other day. So again, you guys can go back to this video, or you can check out my other videos on my YouTube account or TikTok if you guys want to see any of that content. But I will eventually show more content with the crypto trading if you guys are interested. But until then, I hope this video gives you guys an eye-opener or an opportunity. If you guys are looking to find a way to make money from home, then I got you guys. I know how to find jobs online, regardless if it's freelancing, independent contractors, or W-2s. I can find any remote job that you need, regardless of what location you're in. I don't care if you're in Afghanistan, Africa, if you're in the United States, that's awesome. Canada, Mexico, it don't matter. I know how to find different jobs for anybody. I don't care if you're in the tech field, if you want to be a handyman, or if you want to be a dog sitter, cat sitter. I got jobs for every category. So if you guys need help with that, I do charge a service for that type of work, which we could discuss privately. So if you guys got any questions about anything that I talked about in the live video here today, please don't be afraid to ask. I am an open book of listening to your guys' questions, and I will provide the best information I can provide for you at the moment we discuss anything that we got going on here today, regardless if it's creating content online, if it involves getting certified in the coding field, if it involves selling something on Amazon, Printify, Shopify, whatever, or if it involves writing code where you can have your own business card like this one. We could talk about any of those. All you gotta do is send me a direct message if you got any question on anything that we discussed. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to all my social media accounts. Hopefully they're all in the links of this video. If not, just send me a DM or a comment, and I will make sure you guys get that information. But with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and end the live. I want to thank everybody who has been here for a quick second, regardless if you just saw a peek of what I was talking about or if you guys were just curious of what was going on here today. But again, this video will be up for the next 30 days as of August 3rd. So by the end of August, this video will be shut down on Facebook. So again, if you guys got any questions, make sure you guys check out this video, comment your questions, or send me a DM. That's okay with me. So I want to thank you guys again for being here and listening to my current life updates as of right now when it comes to working from home and being in my home office. But I thank you guys again for being here and watching, and I'll hope to see you guys in my next live video, regardless if it's here, TikTok, YouTube. Hopefully I see you on any of those platforms. So until then, Jmoney's out. Be blessed, and always remember to strive for greatness. Take care.